and welcome back to Hertha Hero with Hertha Berlin on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Plays. Today we're taking on Liverpool in the Champions League semi-final, second leg, and as you can see, the first leg was close, 4-3. So Liverpool have 3 away goals, which is obviously less than ideal. PSG beat Sevilla 3-1 in their game. So you would say Liverpool have the advantage going into this game because they're at home and they have 3 away goals, but we can still do the business. So since you were here last, we went and beat Bayer Leverkusen in the Pokal 1-0. Vinicius Jr. with the goal. Then we played Leipzig, beat them 4-1. Unfortunately, Carlos Mina picked up a long-term injury, well, long-ish term, like 2 months. So he's going to miss basically the rest of the season. But Vinicius Jr. scored the opener for us. Then Esposito scored a brace. And Lvly scored our final goal, which was fantastic. Then the game against Liverpool, we did go 2 down. Fabinho scored a penalty. Then Ansu Fati scored. And then nothing happened for the rest of the first half. But then we came back. We came back. We were 3-2 up. Then they scored... Yeah, we were 3-2 up. Then they scored their third, made it 3-3. And then Alexander Michael scored an absolute worldly of a free kick to make it 4-3. We do, however, have to go into this game. And we have to win. Because if they score, we're in trouble. We need to score. Basically, whatever happens, we need to score. We then went and beat St. Pauli 3-1. Sabazai with a goal. And then Esposito came off the bench and got himself a cheeky little brace. I did decide to do a little bit of rotation for this game. So we had the strongest team for the game against Liverpool. Mohamed Diop picked up an injury. Not registered for the Champions League anyway. But still, you know, it would be nice to have him for the rest of the season. We're going to be playing Borussia Dortmund in the Pokal final. A week after we play... Is it a week? Yeah, 7 days. A week after we play them in the final league game of the season. League-wise, we won it. Before we even kicked a football, because of this result here, before we kicked off against Leipzig, we'd already won the title. So we're after winning our 3rd title in a row. It's pretty done and dusted at this stage. So we are going for our, I think it's the highest points total ever. So yeah, we got 79 last season. We're currently on 76 with 2 games to go. We could break the record. If we, 80 points for Borussia Dortmund is the highest. So there is a chance that we could get the highest ever points total in a Bundesliga season. But this is how we're lining up against Liverpool. We have gone to our 4-3-3 with a DM because the 4-2-4 we could swap to it if needed. We're going to see how we get on though. We have Bingham in goal, Allig and Michael as our wing backs, Gentile and Gervidal at centre back, Bruno Caron as the DM with Sabazlai and Arne Meyer ahead of him, Esposito and Vinicius Jr. as the wide men, and Kayo George playing up front. Kayo George has been a little hit or miss recently. So, but Harvey Elliott was terrible against Liverpool. They've Jadon Sancho available for this game. He wasn't available for the last one. They've Ryan Brewster on the bench for this one. Chukwueze played at right wing and he tore us apart. Ansu Fati absolutely dominated the game. But Sancho was the one, or not Sancho, Chukwueze was everything went through Chukwueze. Everything. So we have made minor changes. We've gone for a balanced mentality in this one rather than the attacking mentality because I do not want to get caught on the break. We're still playing high lines, but Kai Havertz has to be offside. I think Gentile kept him on. Maybe starting Gentile wasn't the best idea. Gentile and Gervidal have been the best centre backs this season for us. And why is Kai George so deep? One issue we definitely have is the fact that Bruno Kieran is really our only DM. We're going to have a look at the instructions that Sydney Lobo has. He's not giving an awful lot of instructions to anybody. So we are just going to throw some instructions out there. For example, I don't want Jadon Sancho kind of doing his own thing. Most definitely not. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Ansu Fati is absolutely bombing it down the wing, and Bingham, who's signed a new contract yesterday, manages to push it behind for a corner. We're being dominated so far, but as I said, we just avoid losing and we're fine. Just avoid, this time we can actually just avoid losing and we'll be fine. Whereas with the Bayern Munich game, oh, Alleg, oh. Oh, I just realised I never put Horvath on the bench. I put Alpha Jr. on instead. Oh, nutter butters. Who do I put out right back now? Gentile, I guess. Not opposition instructions. I'm going to go to team instructions. We are just going to... Why are we playing wide? Okay, no, we need to change that now. That has to go through the middle. Because we don't actually have wingers. We are just going to bring it back just a smidge. Gentile out. The fact that Gentile is... Oh, no. Bobby Firmino. Bingham with fantastic save. Johnson Fryer gets it rid. I can't believe Alec got himself sent off. And I can't believe I didn't have Horvath on the bench. The one game I don't put a right back on the bench is the one game we have our right back sent off. Gabriel gets a clear. Arne Meyer finishes the clearing. Michael. Bruno Kieran. Arne Meyer. Szoboszlai. Back to Kieran. Garvidal. Bingham. Gets rid. Szoboszlai. Tries to get a big ball forward, but Militao stops him. And Becker. Arne Meyer almost got there. And Gentile gets done by Ansu Fati. And he just puts it wide. We are hanging on in this game. We are truly just hanging on in this game. Meyer gets it up, but Michael back to Gentile, dinks it over the top, but Robertson picks it up. That was a very hopeful ball. Fryer picks up the loose or the clearance. Gentile gets ahead to it, but it's cleared back towards us. Fryer, Szoboszlai, not great, and Gentile gets dispossessed. We're actually just going to make Gentile just like a wing back on defend. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do, is just tell him to sit deep. And Bobby Firmino's shot is blocked by Bingham. Right, Sancho with the corner. Fryer heads clear, but Virgil van Dijk for some reason didn't have the ball aimed at him, which I would have thought that he would have been the player to aim at, seeing as how it's Virgil van Dijk and he's like 9 foot tall. Beautiful tackle by Bruno Kieran. Robertson gets it across. Bobby Firmino just over. I think that hit the crossbar. Keep up your performance levels. Johnson Fryer, please for the love of Jesus don't get sent off. Alleg seemed down and pressurised. You got sent off. Like, I'm sorry, but you got sent off. That is, and it wasn't even like oh, it mightn't have been a sending off. It was a very, very sending off. A very, very sending off. Whatever. You're marking Ansu Fati, which is what I want. I'm going to swap Esposito and Caio Jorge and see if that can get one of them more involved in the game. Gentile with the throw. Fairly easy for Becker. Quite a top player. Ansu Fati is through. Johnson Fryer manages to get a block in. Kai Havertz takes a shot and Bingham saves it. Bruno Kehran. Maybe it was Kehran that got that tackle in. The ball gets blocked and Esposito tries to get there. Bentancur gets it back to Alisson Becker. Are we? We're pressing Alisson, which I think is going to be an important part because they seem to pass back to him constantly. And I would imagine he's playing as a sweeper keeper on maybe support. Could be even on attack. Ansu Fati. Gentile couldn't get the tackle in, but Bingham puts it behind for a corner. Jadon Sancho. Bingham easily catches it. What I might do is we're going to throw it along to the fullbacks rather than centre backs, and we are going to just slow the tempo down just a smidge. We're going to turn off the hit early crosses. We're going to demand more. Fati, Robertson, Bobby Firmino, Sancho. Everything went a bit mad there for a second. Caio Jorge really having a poor game. It's not like him to have a poor game. Well, it's not like him to have such a poor game. Robertson. Fabinho heads just over. We are living on the edge. Caio Jorge are going to come off for Gracier. We're going to have one substitution left. So we're not going to make it just yet. Michael to Esposito. Arne Meyer. Lvly gets it out. Michael gets there. And Alisson Becker with the save. Who's taking the corner? Arne Meyer with the corner. Wouldn't have put him down as the corner taker, but that's fine. Bruno Kehran picks it up. Eder Militao gets the ball. Bobby Firmino is let loose. And Gentile just kind of stood there. And thankfully Bingham is there to stop it. I think giving Bingham his new contract yesterday was a fantastic idea. He hasn't been this good in a long time. Gracier. Robertson's getting sent off. What? When he gets a yellow? He was last man. We're going to swap Esposito and Gracier around. Because I think having Esposito on the right is probably a better idea. And just make him advance forward. Gentile to Bruno Kehran. Fryer. Kehran. Fryer. Gentile. Fryer gets the head down. Or headers down. Bobby Firmino. Sancho thankfully couldn't get that ball under control, and it goes out for a corner. This is Liverpool's 15th corner. Sancho versus Arne Meyer. Fryer gets rid. Esposito back to Kehran. No, that was Johnson Fryer, I think. Michael. Long throw. Nobody's there to pick it up. Alisson Becker just takes control of it. We're going to just go frequently time waste. Going to just try and lump it over the top. Just I might just set ye to lower line. Go much lower. We're just gonna go super defensive. We have 10 minutes to avoid conceding. Bruno Kehran gets rid, but Militao is there to pick it up. Gentile sort of headers it away. We got rid again. Arne Meyer. Back to Garvidal. Back to Bingham. Gets it out to Michael. gets dispossessed by Militao. What are the lads doing? Ansu Fati obviously was going to score there. So we are going to cancel those changes. We are going to... Yeah, we're going to wait till after this highlight. Michael can't get the ball in. Probably shouldn't have taken Kai or George off. Ansu Fati is bombing it down the wing. He puts it over. Right, we're going to make some changes here. Alright, Kieran. Actually, no. I'm going to leave you there, but have you as a Mazzella on attack. Esposito. Supposedly can be a Mazzella on attack as well. Deep line playmaker. Not however you it. Eduardo Luiz. Gentile. You're useless at football. You might as well just run up and down. Please. Esposito, you go back to being a complete forward. Don't have an awful lot more we can do. We are going to go very attacking for the final 10 minutes because we are basically going to lose this game if we don't. And much higher. Confirm changes. Play. Did I tell that to stop time wasting? Oh yeah, because I went very attacking, got rid of it anyway. Bingham. To Fryer. Gentile. Oh, what a tackle by Johnson Fryer. I just kicked my desk, so you might have heard that. Ansu Fati with the corner. Gracier picks it up. Gracier's going for a bit of a jog. Sancho gets there to block it. Gentile. Eduardo Luiz. Esposito. Gentile. Can't get the crossover, and Liverpool get rid again, but Johnson Fryer picks it up. Arne Meyer. Eduardo Luiz. Gracier. Oh my god, Gracier would have... Oh, he was offside anyway, but imagine if he'd scored that. Everyone in Berlin would have loved him. Tell that to push forward. We do need to score, lads. We need to score. Alright, Gentile. Big ball forward. Pau Torres heads clear. Ansu Fati puts Fabinho through. And Bingham manages to save it. Arne Meyer gets it clear. If we lose this game, Alec is getting fined super wages. Gentile. Esposito. He was offside anyway, but Esposito could have scored. And we are going to go out to Liverpool. Of all the teams, Liverpool knock us out. Alisson Becker boots it clear. Game ends with a 1-0 defeat. If we hadn't conceded 3 goals, Esposito can't win the header, and we get knocked out on away goals. Far from pleased. To be fair, Bingham was fantastic. If it wasn't for Bingham, we would have been absolutely destroyed. Alec getting himself sent off after what was it, 4 minutes? 14 minutes. And we go out in away goals. We only had 5 shots in that game. To be fair, we didn't play our normal attacking football, but I'm going to fine him 2 weeks' wages for it. That was not on. To get sent off in such an important game. Of all the games to get sent off in, like. I don't think we were expected to win the Champions League anyway. We have to reach semi-final, which we did. I would have wanted to win. But we can still win the Pokal. So we could still win 5 cups this year. No, 4. 5. Bundesliga, Super Cup, Pokal. We could still do a quadruple. We could have won 5, but that's not going to happen, which is rather annoying. So it's going to be Liverpool versus probably PSG in the final. Not that we care, because we're not in it. Who's left in the Europa League? It is Juventus versus Roma. Juventus won 3-0 away from home. No, they won 3-0 at home in the first leg. Man City beat Bayer Leverkusen, so it looks like it's going to be Juventus Man City in the final of the Europa League. And in the Euro 2, Tottenham beat Krasnodar, and Bayern Munich beat Bordeaux. So it might be Tottenham Bordeaux in the final. Actually, curious. Napoli were in the final of this cup 2 years in a row. What happened to their European exploits? They were knocked out in the Europa League second knockout round by Man City. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, that is the end of that. We will be back tomorrow for the Pokal final against Borussia Dortmund. We're not going to fuck around with playing with a DM. We're just going to go balls to the wall. 4-2-4. The way we've been doing it all the time. Just going to go back to this and just kick some players and see what happens. So, if you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.